hard days. I used to run with niggas, and now they in the grave. Bitches say they down, but they never stay. My nigga told on me, and I feel so betrayed. I smoke every day, just to ease the pain. My granny dying on me, and I ain't been the same. My other granny sick, I'm about to lose it, man. I told God if he take her, I feel so betrayed. I feel so betrayed. Oh God, I feel so betrayed. So betrayed.
Too many losses, dark days, I don't see no light. Drink the syrup out the bottle, I don't need no Sprite. Flag left doing wrong, ain't never living right. I remember times I get it, I ain't sleeping night. My mama begging me and crying, she ain't sleeping right. I'm only focused on the fact that she ain't eating right. She getting smaller by the day, that shit fucking with me. My circle smaller by the day, nobody fucking with me. But I ain't fucking with them, I'm riding solo dose. Big 40 on my waistline, case harm approach. I pray to God that I make it. Too many be plotting. Look good on the outside and the inside riding. Bad apple, but it poke out in them apple bottoms. Went to the room with the bitch, and like that they got it. Cold world, nigga, send your ass to the forgotten. Get money, stay broke, really no other option. I gotta get it.
Long nights, and I seen hard days. I used to run with niggas, and now they in the grave. Bitches say they down, but they never stay. My nigga told on me, and I feel so betrayed. I smoke every day, just to ease the pain. My granny dying on me, and I ain't been the same. My other granny sick, I'm about to lose it, man. I told God if he take her, I feel so betrayed.
I pull up on them smoking loud. My mama text me, say she proud. My roof back head in the clouds. My money up, it's going down. Look, I came from where it's nothing at. Risk it all, gave everything to get something back. I lost my grandma, that one there took me back. My best friend was a fiend, he used to cook me crack. For some crumbs, he'd go dumb with the microwave. He was getting high, I was getting paid. Renegade in these streets, never been afraid. Life gave me lemons, I made lemonade. No discussion, we don't talk, we just run it up. I had to stay down just to come up. A lot of people hate a nigga, but they say they love me. Lil' mama, she a cutie, but her heart ugly. Salute my brother Stacks, he the one really plugged me. Said Webb and DA, them niggas really love me. I remember talking to the DA, the judge mugging. Somebody snitched, but in court they wouldn't say nothing.
Long nights, and I seen hard days. I used to run with niggas, and now they in the grave. Bitches say they down, but they never stay. My nigga told on me, and I feel so betrayed. I smoke every day, just to ease the pain. My granny dying on me, and I ain't been the same. My other granny sick, I'm about to lose it, man. I told God if he take her, I feel so betrayed. I feel so betrayed. I feel so betrayed. So betrayed.
Now, the meat. Talk about how you do the seasoning.
So brisket is just garlic, salt, and pepper.
So it's simple.
Garlic, salt, and keep it low
that's
and
the
slow.
brisket.
Yeah, low and slow like a 6-4, baby. So we got our briskets right here overnight, 15 hours, low and slow like a 6-4. They just went on right now. Woo. And these cook all night. We got about 600 pounds of meat on there right now.
600 pounds.
Yeah.
So how much is each of these, pound-wise?
About 15 to anywhere between 15 to 18 pounds.
Okay, and this is what you're talking about. It was a 15-hour process?
15-hour smoke bath.
Okay, so you rub it with salt and pepper?
Garlic, salt, and pepper.
Just plain?
That's it.
Okay.
We let the smoking on it.
Hello, you guys. Welcome. Welcome into the tribe, you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Y'all. Okay, let me start off like this. If you are new, thank you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. If you are new, thank you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so, okay? It's not too late. as the saying say, it's never too late, y'all. Y'all, we have a special guest with us tonight. He could be anywhere, but guess what? He chose to be here with me and you guys, okay? So y'all, let's welcome Kevin, Big Kev, okay? Bludso to the tribe, y'all. Make him feel welcome. If you have any questions, whatever, y'all, feel free, put it in the chat. Y'all, we are stomping 2K plus, y'all. We are moving, y'all. I could not do this without y'all. Okay. I'm really excited though, y'all. I'm nervous. I don't know why, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining the tribe. Okay. Y'all, let's welcome. Give Kevin a warm welcome, you guys. Hello.
What's up, Kim folk?
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
I can. But if you could probably turn a little bit, well, I'm kind of far from the thing, so you may be fine.
Let me bring mine a little closer.
Look, no.
Oh.
You're fine. I don't like our layout, though. I don't like our bubbles. Or maybe I shouldn't have put us in the bubble. Oh, I got us over in the bubble looking real little. Okay, well, welcome into the tribe tonight. I want to say thank you for joining me. It means a lot. I don't know how to explain how thankful I am for this interview. It means a lot. I never would have thought in a million years when I asked you at the reunion, and you was all for it right out the gate. You was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, let's
I was
do
like,
it.
"Real?" You was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then that was way in September. But hey, guess what? Timing is everything. So this is the time right now. This is the time. So could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Kevin Bludso, American Pit Boss.
Y'all hear that? I told y'all I be knowing some people. Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about a little bit of background history?
Quick background: born and raised in Compton. Like K9 say, them Texas roots come through. That Griffin blood runs through me. I've been in barbecue for about, I don't know, since I was 9 years old. You know, got big time with it about 06, 07, and just been rolling. You know, it's real hard for me to talk about myself, so make me feel like I'm bragging. But we put together a little resume over the years.
Well, if you don't toot your horn, who's gonna toot it? I mean, hey, you're well enough. Listen, hey, people know you, so hey, people helping toot your horn, toot. So hey, but if you don't toot your own horn, I mean, you should be like not cocky, but it's nothing wrong with sharing your blessings. Your blessings, that's a blessing to come from here to there, and to stay focused at the same time. So yeah, well, thank you. We're gonna dive right in. Y'all ready, tribe? Y'all, and I promised him I would not hold him long, so I got a few questions and some rapid fire. So let's just dive right in. What inspired your love for barbecue, and how did it all begin with your Texas roots?
Well, my love for barbecue actually comes from my dad's side. My dad was born in Corsicana, Texas, so I would come out here every summer and spend time with my granny, my father's auntie, but we called her Granny, Miss Willie Mayfield. She was a legend in these parts, and I would cook and work with her in the summertime at her little barbecue stand and juke joint and all that. So
Oh,
Long story short, he always told me I was too much of an asshole to work for anybody. And right, so I went to college and graduated and thought I wanted to be a teacher and did my student teaching one summer at a high school in Dallas, and I was number 20 and got into a fight with a couple of students, and I realized I hate kids, so I can't be no teacher. And then I worked for the Department of Corrections for 13 years and ended up getting terminated because I was an asshole. So, and you got to fall back on what you can do. I always knew how to DJ. I always knew how to cater and cook. So Granny used to always say, get you a legal hustle. Don't take no penitentiary chances. So I started DJing and catering, and it just took off from there.
really? And where were you DJing? Where did you first start DJing?
Oh, I was DJing in college at Bishop College in Dallas, Texas, but that's where I really started at. But I was DJing all over LA, Century Club, did a couple of stints there, all over back in the day. I was staying busy DJing, so
Okay, so that was like side money.
Huh? Yeah. Well, that
So that
was
was like,
all the money because I wasn't working then, so that was all the money.
So have you ever been a DJ and cooked food?
Oh yeah.
At the same time?
I done DJ'd a picnic and catered the picnic and everything. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Can you share a memorable experience or challenge you faced while perfecting your pitmaster skills?
Just as I was coming up, working with different people, and before I got my spot, working for people, learning the negatives of it, and that was one of the things. You always got to take the good with the bad. And I tell people all the time, if there was something going on when you was being trained or you was being raised or whatever, don't reciprocate that to your kids. Or if you open a business, the negatives that you learned, God taught you those negatives for a reason. Don't bring those to your business. So, I would tell anybody coming into it, always eyes open, ears open, look for the good and the bad. Because like I say, learning that bad before you open it up springboards you into success.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. What is a day-to-day like? I haven't even had that. We haven't even had a bunch of drinks yet, and I'm already off. Okay, I think I'm excited, okay? Y'all forgive me, bear with me. What is a day-to-day life like of a pitmaster?
It depends. Like I'm not in the restaurant every day now, so I'm mostly doing TV and touring, spring and summer. But in the restaurant, day-to-day pitmaster, that's anywhere between a 12 and 16-hour job. Like I say, when I was working day-to-day at the restaurant, I would get to the restaurant at 4 a.m. I wouldn't get home 10, 11 o'clock at night, every night,
Wow.
And then between then, when I first opened up Bludso, I would get the Bludsos at 4 a.m. on a Saturday, go home maybe about 9 because I got off a little early, take a shower, and I had to be at a DJ gig at 10 o'clock, And then I would DJ until 2 a.m, come back home, take another shower, change, and go right back up to Bludso's to get the briskets off and get the ribs and stuff home for the day,
Wow. So, and that takes, dedication, to, can y'all hear me? Do I sound funny?
I can hear you good.
Okay. That takes dedication. That's all I have to say because it's easy to have a lot of talent and let it go to waste, So it takes dedication to get where you are. It wasn't lazy bones to do that. I'm sorry.
You're not gonna tell them all the time. If you're not gonna do the work, don't go into it. It ain't no secret recipe to success. It's hard work and it pays off all the time. That's one thing that's proven. Hard work pays off all the time. It may not pay off if you want to, but stick with it. It's gonna pay off.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Have you ever had a barbecue experience that has went completely wrong? And if so, what did you learn from it?
You know what, really, and not to brag, I didn't have many because that's when I go back. I always feel like if you in a restaurant business or the catering business, you have to be a stickler. You know what I mean? And so I think learning the game from other people, learning their mistakes, I think that always prepared me because, like I said, I always thought when I was catering for somebody, it was an honor that they're using me. It's a major event in their life, and I didn't want to mess that up. That's just like when I'm DJing a wedding or when I would DJ a wedding. You don't want to mess that up. You know, the bride and father dance. You know what I mean? You don't want no music skipping and all that. And the same with catering. You don't want nothing. I mean, you have to be a pessimist. I'm the most positive person around. But when it comes to that, I'm a pessimist because whatever can go wrong will go wrong if you don't got all your life. You got to always have a backup plan. So if anything, it was one of the first catering jobs I did, and I thought I made a lot of money. And my wife at the time really broke it down because she was like my accountant. And she said, at the end of the day, we didn't make nothing because you charge too less, you know. But even that was a learning experience, you know.
I understand. I mean, when people trust you with things, you know, like a wedding, a baby shower, even, you know, they're a party, you know, it's a lot of pressure to come through.
You want to be their least word. You want the food or the music to be their least word, you know. And if you're not nervous about it, then you shouldn't be in. I mean, it's cool to be confident, but I would still be nervous. And, you know, when I was first, and I was still DJing with 12 inches, you know, with records, you know. So a skip, somebody bumped the booth or something like that. I was always worried about all that kind of stuff, but I always got her done, you know.
I know that's right. Get her done. Get her done. Okay. What dish are you most proud of creating, and what's the story behind it?
What dish?
Yes.
I mean, they all good. Shit. I mean, I can cook. I mean, I don't just do barbecue. I get down on everything. You know, when I cook another culture's dish, which I like to do, Asian, Jamaican, African, Latino. When I do those, you know, I like I said, I got soul food, I got barbecue, I got all that. But when I can get down on somebody else's culture and they eat it, say that's some of the best that they ever had. That's like one of my favorites.
Okay, so I gotta admit, I just recently, I always say this, like I don't eat oxtail. I've never had an oxtail or neck bone.
This interview is over there. I'll talk to you later. Let me get my
I'm sorry.
Right now. I said, this interview's over. You don't eat oxtails. I'm out of here.
I've never ever even I don't know, I just started eating brisket like last year. I had never had brisket before.
What part of Texas you from?
I'm from Kenny. I'm just never, I don't know. Okay, so I'm kind of open a little more, you know, opening the palate. I've never had like Chinese food.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't dare touch a pig or anything like that.
I cooked the ostrich leg yesterday.
And they said that neck bone tastes like roast. I think, yeah, roast.
Ostrich?
I'm sorry.
I cooked the ostrich leg yesterday.
Oh no. We do have a question in the chat. Let me mind my manners, y'all. We are with Kevin Bludso, the pit master. Okay, y'all.
Stop.
If you have any questions, drop them in the chat, y'all. Thank you for joining the live. I don't know why I sound so hoarse right now, but we do have a question. So let me get over here. I don't know where my phone is. Maybe I could have read it from my phone. We have a question. What is a good brisket rub?
A good brisket rub?
Mm-hmm.
Your own. But I tell people all the time, make your own rub, and you always start with 50% salt. Well, on brisket, I don't like sugar on my brisket. So I always say I just do garlic, salt, and pepper and let the smoke do the rest. You know, brisket is a good taste meat. I don't want it sweet. I don't like sweet beef or nothing like that. So I just use garlic, salt, and pepper. But you can enhance it with cumin and oregano and all those type of things like that. Brisket can take a lot, but I just like old school. I just do garlic, salt, and pepper. But any kind of and I always tell people, if you're doing a brisket for the first time, do that seasoning on steak and cook you a steak, and you'll kind of know what your brisket gonna taste like.
Thank you for that, Jim. And I also I noticed that you use, what is that, butcher's block paper?
Butcher paper, yeah.
And so why do you choose that over foil?
Because if you look at when you use foil, it steams it, and when you open up the foil, it's full of juice. You see all the juice in it. That juice should be inside that brisket. When you use butcher paper, it's not steaming it. It's just keeping the smoke off of it, and it's just it's keeping the heat, but it's not a steaming factor like in the foil. So when you open up the butcher paper, you don't see hardly no grease sitting down. But when you open up butcher paper foil, you see that brisket and sitting in a bathtub full of juice, and that juice should be inside that brisket.
Oh wow! Well, thank you for that, because I noticed that that's what I saw. You know, like that you use that butcher's paper. So thank you for that, Jim. How do you deal with being in the public's eye? Do you feel pressured? Is it just normal? How do you deal with that?
No, I like I said, I don't brag or nothing, but it's still a job, and like I said, when you got OGs around you, being where I'm from, you got people that keep you grounded. Not that they have to, but you don't never want to trip. Like I say, I always tell people your circle got to be solid as hell as you grow. You need your village. And if your village is solid, like I say, I'm turning 60 next week. I got friends. We all been friends since we were kindergarten, and we all turning 60 this year. So, like I said, I feel like if you were solid going into the game, you're gonna always be solid. If you was weak-minded or a weirdo coming to the game, that's how you're gonna be.
Enough said, huh? Okay. What is the most surprising, fun moment that you had while filming?
The most fan moment?
No, fun.
All the filming is fun. It depends who you working with. I've done so many shows now, but I just did AC Barbecue with Anthony Anderson and Cedric a couple of years ago, and that shit was just a laugh a minute. I do so many, but it's certain shows you can do certain. Like I love doing Bar Rescue because you can cuss and talk smack and people be drunk, and any show like that is the funnest because, like I say, people are at their worst, but it's so funny. And anytime you got to try to keep a straight face when you shooting, that's the most fun.
Yeah, I noticed that you have a great sense of humor, and thank God that it seems that the people that surrounded around you, they understand your sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
Go break a leg. Well, look, I didn't mean really go break a leg. Okay, like come on now. So I noticed that you have a very great sense of humor, and I like that.
If you don't like the barbecue and laughing and bagging and cracking jokes and all that, that's how it goes, And if you can't take a joke, keep it pushing. Like I tell people, I'm from that old school when you could take a joke and when you could tell a joke and it wasn't bullying. I tell people that's the time in this world right now. You can't laugh at shit now, But I'm born, on Archie Bunker and Sanford and Son, and that's at the height of the civil rights movement, and you could tell racial jokes and all that. Now you can't do none of that because everybody's so sensitive and whatever. And like I say, it's something funny about everybody. Everybody need to learn how to laugh at themselves. There's something funny about black, white, Mexican, gay, straight. It's something funny about everything, but they done took humor out of everything because everybody take everything so serious. My granny was one of the most funniest ladies in the world, you know. And I still heard jokes and crack them, and you know, and she was from that horrible time and still knew how to laugh. So if they laugh, we damn sure better laugh.
Okay, and we better get to laughing. Look, I don't want to go. Okay, so let me stay on the script while y'all talking good stuff. Can you describe the feeling that you feel when you see people enjoying your food?
Oh, I love it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Job well done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That never gets old. You know, that never gets old. And especially when you cook something new, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. You got to keep bringing something to the table. You know, people like, man, you 60, like whatever. I say, well, I want my 60s. I'll do my 50s. You know, so I never have to say, you know, that was something my granny used to tell me. She said, when you always want to live that decade of your life. So the next decade, you don't have to say, I wish I was 50 again.
Mm.
You know? And that's what keeps me going. I won a James Beard Award in my 50s. I won all kind of stuff. I did all kind of things. You know, now what can I do in my 60s? What can I do in my 70s? What can I do in my 80s? However much time God give me here, I'm gonna keep on trying to do what I can do. You know, that shit don't never get old.
Have you ever had a wow experience where you say, you know, look at where I am now? At what moment did that click for you? Like, damn, you know, I'm killing myself. I'm known worldwide.
The cookbook, selling, going over 1 million, and winning the James Beard Award. The James Beard Award is like winning the Oscar and Academy Award or something. That's like the highest honor you can get for a chef. And me winning the cookbook with all the amazing chefs that's out there that wrote books that year, and for us to win it. And if you look at my book is different from any other book, you know. And I remember they fight me over my cover, and they fought me over everything, you know. And I said I wanted to have that neighborhood feeling. I wanted to have where I come from, and both sides. It's the thing I always say, CC Riders, and in Compton, I mean Compton Crip. But I said CC Riders because I was from Compton and Corsicana. You know, born and raised in Compton. I learned my trade in Corsicana, Texas. So I took a negative and made it a positive. That's how I became a CC Rider. And all that's in that book. So winning that was just amazing, you know. And then, like I say, to be fault on, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that. And then having a good friend of mine, Noah, who was, you know, my writer, and another good friend, born and raised with Smitty, Demetrius Smith, was one of the photographers on my book. To bring him to collaborate on that book was just amazing.
And could you please share the name of your book, please? We have several people asking in the chat.
The Bludso's cookbook, An Experience in Smoking Soul. You can get it still on Amazon. The book actually, when it first came out, it was 3 times, which is unheard of. It was actually 3 times the #1 book on Amazon, 3 times. It's been out since 22, but it was actually #1 3 times on Amazon. Out of 4 million books, it was the #1 book at 3 different times.
Wow! Congratulations on all these. You are a man of many hats, and let's give you your flowers. Thank you. Thank you for these gems you're dropping as well. Okay, y'all better pick these gems up. I keep trying to tell y'all that this is not one of those hidden gems that I talk about, guys. This man is not one of the hidden gems, but y'all better catch those gems that he's dropping right now, y'all. You better catch him and pull him to your chest, okay? Thank you.
Get to tell him we cousins now. I'm a Bludso, but my mama's a Griffin.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. I'm kind of cocky, humble, like I don't. Yes, we are cousins, y'all. This is my cousin, y'all.
Let me tell you, coming to that family reunion last year, when it was in New Boston, and bringing my mother back, and she hasn't been there since '59 when her mother was murdered or whatever, and her coming back and seeing people that was still there when she was a little girl. That was when meeting all y'all and seeing Griffith Street and all that. That was one of the most amazing times I ever had in my life, ever. You know.
And thank you for joining us. Listen, okay, so look, I'm getting off course, but I'm going to share this. So we were at our reunion, so it was the year before. So we were at the reunion, and our cousin stood up, and she was like, "Y'all, we got a cousin, and his name is Kevin," and so we were all in tune, like, and she was like, she was kind of giving us the rundown on you. And let me tell you, you were found before we could even make it back from the reunion to McKinney. They had found you already. And so we were all excited, and everybody found. We all going home in the car. Y'all, Kevin, we found Kevin. Oh, he's like, where's the guy? Oh, and it was just like a big thing. And then to finally meet you, and then you were just like us. And when I say just like us, I mean you fit right in. Family. Like it was like we had all been knowing each other all of our lives.
That's real. To have such a big family in all these years, not knowing them was incredible. It's like I said, and even y'all with the LA and California, so many Griffins in California. I mean, Hubert had a lot of all my mother's siblings got a lot of kids, and they got kids, and they got kids. So many Griffins in LA that never met everybody, and that's my goal before is to get everybody out to New Boston one year to see. We still looking for my grandmother's grave out there too. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I know we're all pretty much going. I think it's next weekend to a retirement party down there. Our cousin is retiring, and so we're all supposed to. Well, quite a few of us are going down there. But thank you, and thank you for bringing your. Listen, when I tell you we all connected, like Kevin, like Bludso, like. You just fit right in with us. You fit right in, and thank you for joining us as well. It was like exciting. Like we found Kevin. Like you already found before everybody could make it back from the reunion. That's crazy.
I remember the hour from McKinney.
I'm sorry.
I'm only an hour from McKinney out here.
But I mean, like you showed up in New Boston on like that you came to McKinney the next year, and then you came back again. But just that we had such a good time. Oh my goodness, look at me start reminiscing. Yeah, but I love the reunions. I love them. How do you stay connected to your roots, especially being such a busy man? Well, being a high profile man, shall I say. High profile career. How do you stay rooted and just stay? Kevin.
I mean, it's the same. It still goes back to the same thing, like the family and friends. How you was raised. It's certain things that you have to do for your people and for your community. But I try to do. You have to do these things, but you're not obligated to do these things. Because a lot of youngsters get caught up thinking they have to go back and do this and do that, and people tell them you don't have to do shit. You have to make sure God is cool and your family is cool. But from your heart, you do it. Anybody trying to make you feel like you obligated to do it, you ask them what they doing. What are you doing? I'm still gonna do. I give scholarships. I do everything. But I was doing shit before I even had Bludso. I was taking out old ladies' trash, washing cars, and all that as a kid. So when somebody come in, they don't really come at me like that. But like I said, a lot of these youngsters get caught up and go back to their neighborhoods and get taken out and all that old kind of still trying to keep it, quote unquote, keep it real and all that. Like I said, I never even called it the hood. I always call it the neighborhood and I'm born and raised in Compton. And like I tell people, when you split that word up and split up neighbor and hood and took the neighbor out, that's what you got left, the hood. And people do their crimes and all they in their hood. I grew up in a beautiful African-American neighborhood when I was growing up. People got to thinking Compton is a ghetto and all that. It's like I said, the average home price in Compton right now is like $900,000 or something crazy like that. You know, we had a gang problem coming up and all that, but Compton wasn't nothing but a big old country town, and most of the people from Compton, our mothers and fathers from Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, they all mostly from the South. It's not that many originated from LA as far as our parents were concerned, you know, when they migrated to LA. So some kind of way in some places they lost that, you know, some people lost the way they was raised. Wasn't nothing wrong with the way I was raised, so I raised my kids the same way, you know.
Look, I was the only one out of all of my siblings that was like that got asthma. Like my other siblings, like they was good. I was good too, I think. But no, I was the only one that ever like got it. They would be like, "Why do you keep doing the same old stuff?" But I had a beautiful upbringing, like I really did. I did. If your great grandmother could see all of your accomplishments at this moment, what do you think she would say to you?
My granny, I mean, I think she would be proud. I mean, you know, like I said, my granny was a clown. The only thing she would probably say is, "I told you." You know, one of my biggest things was when my granny came to LA, and she did get to see my restaurant open, and she sat in the back and she smoked it. She was 80-something, 89 then, and she drank her Hennessy and smoked a joint and just cried and told me how proud she was of me. But like I said, I was when Granny was running her juke joints, I had uncles and cousins and all them working in there, but I was 11 years old and coming from LA, and Granny would let me cook the briskets for her because I was the only one she trusted cooking her brisket, and I wasn't even a teenager yet, you know.
Well, that means you were right there, as I've heard someone say. She had you right there on the countertop with her, so she knew if nobody knew you. Okay. What is one of the biggest mistakes you see people make when it comes to barbecuing? What is one of the biggest mistakes that you see people do?
Not mastering the game and not having real people around them to tell them they food so bad you got to pray after you eat. You know, you gotta have people around you like, "Oh, that's just not good. It's garbage. Go back and work on your shit." Cooking is like anything else. Like when K9 was saying, you know, the Griffins got folks that can cook. Cooking is an art, especially when you want to make a living. And I feel like you got to have solid people around you telling you, you know, when you know that, work on that. You got to work on that. And like I said, a lot of people don't have that, but then a lot of youngsters can't even take the criticism. You know, because I remember when I was first starting, my family was cold. You know, shit. So, but you learn and you got to keep pushing and it ain't no easy way out. You know, don't try to look for no easy way. Oh, I'm gonna get this pit. It does this, and that. No, there ain't no easy way out. Take your time, do that shit right, and your blessings will come.
I'm sorry, but it is so noisy over here. I don't know if you can hear this over here to the side, but y'all, I'm sorry, I got distracted because I hear a lot of noise. Over here, I'm sorry. I got distracted. It's just too noisy. Like, it's my nephew, y'all. It's my nephew. I'm sorry, he done distracted me. His noise in there. If you had to judge a barbecue competition where the contestants, if they had to cook without a recipe, what would it be?
I mean, I feel like barbecue competition already need a recipe. You should be able to go in there and smoke something or grill something, you know, and put some seasoning. You know, I mean, I like grilled ribs too. You know, I'm more of a low and slow dude, but I've had grilled ribs that were incredible. 2 hours with some seasoning salt and pepper and a little onion powder. That was amazing. You know, I feel like if you barbecue, you don't need no damn recipe. I mean, it's cool to get a recipe as you go along, but if it's if you come into a competition and somebody say, okay, get down, but you ain't got no recipe, then you still should be able to cook some ribs. You know, of course, it depends on the time they're gonna give you to do it, but you still should be able to come up with something incredible.
Okay. What's a surprising or quirky fact about you that people may not know?
Nothing. I'm an OG. Ain't nothing quirky about me. Not for real. Just my sense of humor. Like, you know, like, I mean, that's it. I mean, anybody who really know me knows how I get down. They know me. They know my sense of humor. They know where I'm coming from. They know I'm sarcastic, but not an irritating sarcastic. And they try to hear everything I say because you know I'm gonna say something. So that's it. But you know, people see me on shows a lot of times, especially the Showdown, because it's real serious. It's more like Chopped or something like that. But then if you see me on Bar Rescue or a few other shows when I can clown, then you see that side of me too, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that about you on camera and off camera, that you definitely have a sense of humor. And okay, so bear with me for a minute. Let me mind my manners again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. If you are new to the channel, thank you. If you have not subscribed, it's not too late, y'all. We are chatting, cutting it up, and sipping at the same time with Kevin Bludso. Y'all, thank you for joining the live. He could be anywhere, and you guys as well. But y'all are here with the tribe. I'm going to check this chat and see if we have any questions. I actually think I saw someone was asking where could they find your restaurant. I think that's what one of the questions was.
They're all in California, Hollywood, LAX. We're working on a few new locations now, and I do a lot of pop-ups out here at the harbor in Corsicana on the lake out here. I do a lot of pop-ups out here, so follow my social media, Instagram or Facebook or the Harbor's social media. We do. In fact, I'm cooking at this place called Purdon Groves in April 26th. I'm doing a dinner down there, a chef tables dinner. That's going to be pretty incredible. So just follow, out here. Follow me on social media, and it's about at least 3 or 4 pop-ups that we're doing this spring and summer out in Corsicana. So,
thank you guys for holding the chat down. Thank you, mods, for holding it down. I don't know. Did I see Gemini in the chat? Welcome to the chat, Gemini. Welcome, Big J Southern Soul. Welcome, K9. Welcome, Great Adventures. I know that I missed some names, but thank you guys for joining live and interacting in the chat. We are talking with Kevin Bludso, the pit master. Okay, y'all, just look him up. Put his name in Google. I promise you will find him everywhere. Everywhere, y'all. This is a gem right here, but it's not one of the hidden gems, y'all. This is not one of the hidden gems, but this is a gem. And, I just still want to be humble about this interview. I want to be humble, okay? What is your secret to creating the barbecue sauce that people just can't stop talking about? Because here. Okay, so that your barbecue sauce and your macaronis and cheese. What's going on with the mac? What's going on with the mac and the ribs? What's going on with the mac? Like everything.
The sauce recipe is and not the sauce recipe actually is kind of a well, it was my Aunt Beulah, who was my Aunt Daisy's, my grandmother on my mother's side, Daisy Griffin, her sister. So it was really when she used to barbecue in the Jordan Down Projects in Watts, I used to love her sauce. And later on, she kind of showed me how to make it, and I kind of had to doctor it up a little bit. So I took her sauce and Granny's sauce, and I came up with Bludso's sauce.
Oh.
Is we got a couple of hidden things that we do. I mean, I give one secret, like I tell people all the time, instead of using cream or whole milk, use canned milk. That's one of the secrets in our mac and cheese. Our ribs, we do have a rib rub. Now I do like a sweetness on my rib, so I do have sugar in my rib rub and all that. But like I said, most times it's just in the wood. It's like tell people, quit looking at that pit. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. Learn how to master your pit. If you learn how to master it, you can run that thing just like an oven, and you can cook anything you want to cook. Cause I cooked the ostrich leg yesterday. Again, just to get that look from you.
And what did you eat it with?
I don't even. So that's the crazy part. I just test. And what I eat last? I think I ate some damn lasagna last night. I just tested and got some content. When you get off, look at it, it's on my Instagram. But it was good. Like I said, it tastes like tri-tip or steak or something like that.
Did you say tri-tip?
Tri-tip. That's like a beef. Like a tri-tip is another kind of steak.
So, okay, I'm not gonna go there because that's in rapid fire. If you could choose 3 ingredients to cook with, just for the rest of your life, what would those 3 ingredients be?
Garlic salt, pepper, and probably cumin.
Cumin.
Yeah.
Is cumin good for you?
Yeah. As far as it's a vitamin too. Kind of in the turmeric family and all that, but it's actually it enhances, and the flavor of turmeric is good, but you can use it in so many things. It's in so many recipes, not only meats, but in chili and stews and all that. So cumin is a must in my spice rack.
Okay. And so you did mean garlic salt, not powder, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, garlic salt is just granulated garlic mixed with salt, mixed with kosher salt. So that's all it is. If you want to make it sometime, all you got to do is get some kosher salt and granulated garlic, mix it together, and you got garlic salt.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Were there any more questions from the chat that I could not hear? No. What is the secret behind that rub on that brisket? Look, I keep asking all your secrets, and I was looking at you, and I said, "Look at him. You was over there doing." Look, I kind of cut you off, but I was laughing because you was doing. Was it bar rescue? It was something. You were like, yeah, no, not the Jimmy Kimmel show. This one was when you went in and redid their restaurant. You gave them some new ingredients to work with.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Look at him knowing he ain't gave no people all the ingredients. He don't left one step out.
No, but I told him my brisket rub because it's actually just stop.
No,
it's actually.
I don't think it was one of the rubs. It was like he was giving them different. Oh, it might have been a rub. I think you're right. It might have been a rub. But I said, look, he left one thing out.
Yeah, but I think if it was, I was trying to give him something that would help them out. I ain't gonna give nobody all my rub. But I tell people all the time, like your rub starts, especially a pork rub, starts with salt and pepper.
I'm sorry. Let me see. We got a question. I wish I had. I don't know. Y'all, I had my phone. I don't know what I did with it. So I gotta come over here so I can read it on the screen. Oh, so K9 would like to know, when can y'all hook up and cook?
Tell them whenever you're ready. I'm looking forward to it. I was saying on this thing last week, I'm so proud of that dude. And that's what I'm saying. Family is like when you have family that don't know family. And then when he was on 106 in Park doing his thing, and my son and them was loving it and didn't even know that was my family. And like I said, for that bag, that's like, I mean, I like all this stuff, but I jams for that bag, So I would love to do a collab. I have a big event that I do in Compton, called Smoking Out the Hub every year. Some kind of way this July, I got to get him down there because I believe I'm going to have Warren G perform and a few other people this year. But I got to get K9 down there this year to collab with him on some food and some music. And we are, we working on a few things on some shows on straight cooking and music, chilling, Sunday dinner type thing. We working on some stuff like that. So me and Cuz for sure gonna be collabing pretty soon. If I got anything to say.
Well, don't count me out. I can hang up some balloons.
And I really want to come do something on Griffin Street. I want to do something in New Boston. I want to film something out there. While my mom is still here and some of the older cousins are still here. I'm working hard on trying to do something out there late summer or early fall this year,
Hey, ain't nothing but to do it. Put the word out there, and we can all, pull together and make it happen. That whole property from that one end to the next is Griffin, one end to the next. Number lane, get tents and barbecue grills because they rise down there with the my brothers. Like my brother is a great griller. Like I will put him in a contest. Like he's really good. I've never he's known for his brisket and ribs, but I had never had brisket until, like I said, last year. And so I got a question. Why does brisket look one way when it's chopped and then it don't look the same at all when it's sliced? Is it the way?
I mean, because it's chopped and sliced. That's like if you chop some bologna, slice bologna and chop bologna look different. But like some people, like I love one of my things, Marlo, when I would come down here as a kid, the first thing I wanted was one of my granny's chopped beef sandwiches, hot sauce, onions and a jalapeno and a strawberry sauce. And like I said, I'll be 60 next week, and that's still one of the best memories of my life. And her chopped sandwiches and it's so crazy. I'm not a big brisket person either. Like when I was real little, I always thought brisket kind of tastes like a smoked sloppy Joe, and I love sloppy Joes. And so coming up, like I say, coming down here and then learning how to cook them and all that. Like I said, I'm a real sausage guy. Like we went to a guy's restaurant today in Waxahachie, and the first thing I'm gonna try your brisket. I'm gonna try everything, but I want to know what your links taste like and what your the links and what your ribs taste like. But brisket is such a big staple. You have to have good brisket, but I'm more of a rib and a sausage guy.
Yeah, and I don't care for ham. Like I'm not a ham person. Like some people be at the holidays. Oh, I need a ham. Or like I'm not a real ham eater. I can do without the ham.
What's your
sorry?
favorite holiday dish?
Say it again.
What's your favorite holiday dish?
I'm gonna say dressing turkey, potato salad, and yams. I just start eating cabbage too. Like I don't eat greens.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I don't eat spinach, green beans, peas, squash, okra. None of that. But yeah, none of that. Where was your first restaurant?
809 South Long Beach Boulevard, Compton, California.
Oh, you know, don't you? Of course you know. Of course you know. I feel like don't you? Just memories. Did you used to have a restaurant in Australia? Was that correct? Did I read that correct?
We had a restaurant in Australia. That was the first international. We're trying to get back there. The pandemic kind of hit it hard in that area of Melbourne. So it was inside of the Crown Casino. And most of their business was from China at the time. So we were open there for 7 years, almost 8 years. Then the pandemic hit. I said they pretty much all the restaurants in there shut down. But they're slowly coming back. But I don't think I would never go back inside. But I get calls from Australia and people from Australia on social media all the time begging us to come back. I always say when I get some time, in fact, we're supposed to be going over there first of next year to scout some locations back in Melbourne. We want to go back because I really do. I love that place and I had some good times over there.
Wow. And I bet you made a lot of good money out there, huh? So is barbecue like one of, how rare or how common is it?
So barbecue out there, like all over the world, American barbecue is getting big everywhere. Everywhere. Like I'm supposed to go to Brazil end of this year. It's so many places where American barbecue is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Australia was the ones. Because if you remember way back in the days when they would say, what was the name? Cactus Jack or whatever, shrimp on the Barbie and all that kind of stuff. They've been doing it for a long time out here, but now they're doing a lot of smoking. They have one of the biggest barbecue competitions, meat stock out there in the world. It's one of the biggest ones in the world,
Wow.
Australia's an incredible place. I can't wait to get back.
Wow. See, you're a busy man. Look, you don't need nobody to come and keep your head shaved.
I do too. I think I had a strain of hair today. Shit.
Oh, I should have been there. No, so okay, y'all. So we're gonna go into this is my last question before rapid fire, y'all. If you have any questions, please just drop it in the chat. I'm gonna try to come over here and swing and read it. So last question before our rapid fire.
Okay.
What is the key to achieving that perfect ring on the inside of that ring?
The smoke ring? The smoke ring is kind of, to me, even though I have them, it's kind of overrated because it's really a chemical effect on it. So a lot of people really go by that, especially in competition because of appearance. But you can have an incredible tasting brisket without a smoke ring. And I tell, especially somebody starting cuz, I tell them don't even worry about that. That comes and it goes. Like I can cook incredible brisket. And like I remember I cooked brisket one time in Tennessee and I won this event. And my brisket didn't have no smoke ring on. I thought I'm like, oh shit, but it was the best tasting thing. That's just for effect. That's like the deepness of the smoke and how far it gets, the chemical of the smoke. But it's really nobody, if you really go look it up, nobody can give you a set way of doing it. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. The main thing is make sure that brisket is still juicy and flavorful and melts in your mouth. That's the main thing. Master that. And people get intimidated by brisket, and if you master your pit, it's one of the easiest meats to cook. Get you a temperature gauge so you can pull that. If you're gonna wrap, but pull that thing at about 195 or 200 and let it rest, and you're gonna have some spectacular brisket. Get you a good seasoning. I always like to let mine stay in the rub at least overnight to kind of put a little bit of brine on it. But if you do those few little shortcuts and learn it the way you want to learn it, quit learning from so many different people cook brisket so many different ways on the internet. Learn how you do it. I tell people all the time, make somebody else's barbecue, make your barbecue and make it good. Just don't bad barbecue.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a question.
Stop.
Medium well, and explain the difference on how to cook it. Did that make sense?
Medium
or medium well.
As far as what?
Explain the difference in how to cook it. Would that be on a steak, K9, or would that be on?
That ain't no brisket. Ain't no such thing as no medium well brisket. That's a steak. A steak is medium well done, raw. That's a steak. It's too long.
So the question is, what is the difference? Yes, he said a steak. Yes.
Oh, well, that's the doneness of it, the redness of it. You know, of course, we know raw is raw, a lot of blood in the middle. Medium rare is still a lot of blood. I mean, rare, medium, medium well, well done. I like, if you had a real steakhouse, I tell people all the time, if you get your medium well steak is about 140, 145. But if you get your steak at a real steakhouse, if you get it medium and it's a real steakhouse, it's still gonna cook when they take it out. So by the time it gets to your table, it's gonna be medium well, which means you're only gonna have just a little bit of redness in the middle, just no blood, just redness, but it's gonna be the perfect steak because it's not gonna be no blood. It ain't gonna be. But if you cook, a lot of steakhouse won't do well done. They're not gonna mess up their meat on a well done steak because they cook it to a well done temperature, and then they have to take it out and let it sit. It's gonna be totally dry when you get there. But I give these people this secret all the time: do your steak medium, and by the time it gets to your table, it'll be medium well. And it's no blood. If they do it the right way, it's no blood on medium well.
Oh, so K9, that answer your question? So someone said, I love sliced brisket, but don't like it chopped. And I'm opposite. I can't see myself eating it sliced. It just don't look.
Yeah, it's just your preference. It's. I mean, I can do it both ways, but I mean, I do a sliced brisket sandwich, a chopped beef sandwich. But like I say, and then a lot of things, what they was raised on too. A lot of places wouldn't even do sliced beef because, like I say, you're not gonna get as much out of that brisket as you're gonna get in chopped beef. You know, you're trying to make your money, so you can chop it up, put a little 6 ounces on the sandwich. But then when you doing slice, you got to get at least 8 ounces on that plate. So that's about 4 slices of that brisket. So a lot of people raise just on straight up chopped beef.
Okay. Well, we're gonna head into rapid fire, you guys. If you could hit the like button, I would gladly appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining this live on this Thursday night. You could be anywhere, but y'all chose to be here with the Tribe. Okay, so let's go into this rapid fire. Before we close, brisket or ribs?
Ribs.
Sweet or spicy barbecue sauce?
Spicy, goddammit.
Grilled or smoker?
Huh?
Grill or smoker?
Oh, smoked.
Smoker. Okay. Favorite night snack?
Favorite night snack?
Mm-hmm.
A root beer vanilla float with a A&W root beer and a bluebell ice cream.
Oh my goodness. I didn't expect that. Dream barbecue destination location for a restaurant.
St. Martin, where I'm going next week. My second home is St. Martin in the West Indies, and I'll be there for my. They throwing me a big 60th birthday party there next week, but I would love to have something on the beach in St. Martin.
Okay, beer or iced tea?
Beer or iced tea?
Mm-hmm.
Iced tea. I don't drink beer. I'm a cognac guy.
Okay.
I was so drunk last night. I swerved from hitting the tree, and it was air freshener in my car.
Wait a minute now. That was just out of there. Hey, you know what I thought was so clear? I done interrupted my rapid fire, but you know what I thought was so clear? When you was at the reunion, and your driver sat there for all those hours just waiting on you. You talking about some service.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have cocktails with you and Bone and everybody. So I'm not gonna be drinking and driving. I mean, I do a gang of drinking and driving jokes, but I ain't never had a DUI. I don't like getting drunk or none of that. But I got jokes, but you better be good if you get me.
I thought that was so cool. Oh, I think we have a question. What is the best way to start a fire on the grill?
Oh, start a fire. First of all, I tell people don't use no damn lighter fluid. They have this thing called little hay balls. Stack your charcoal in a pyramid. Use the hay balls, and that lights a perfect fire. And if you're not gonna do that, get the chimney started. The chimney is the best way to go. If you can, do not use lighter fluid.
You talking about those chimney logs?
No, not the chimney log. They got this thing. It has a handle on it. You put newspaper at the bottom, and you stack your charcoal at the top. And those
okay. And then they get red. And then you can pour them in the thing, right?
Yes, do not. And always remember when the charcoal is done when it's ashed over. Like it's not going. And that's why I tell people do not use. They keep putting lighter fluid, and that shit ribs taste like unleaded gas or something like that. Do not use lighter fluid.
Yes, Lord. I know about that. Okay, one barbecue tool you can't live without.
One what?
Barbecue tool you can't live without.
Gloves. Heat gloves. I got so many damn burns on my head. I think I was pledging again.
I love you.
You know.
Okay, your dream. Listen to me. Okay, now I'm buzzing, I believe. Okay, your dream celebrity barbecue guest.
Oh, I still got to go with Anthony and say it because he's just like, I mean, we on there sipping and it's like really being at a family reunion or something like that. I got some events I'm doing with them up and coming, but they take the cake for me.
Best barbecue city besides your own.
Oh, that's a tough one. It's so many, and like being in Texas is something, but I really like Memphis. Memphis is it's a lot of good barbecue in Memphis. I really like Memphis, but all over. Like it's not really a city in Texas because Texas got barbecue all over, and a lot of it is states. But Memphis it's a lot of good barbecue places in one little area of Memphis that I like.
Charcoal or gas?
Oh, come on, charcoal.
Hey, this is rapid fire. Just answer these questions.
Just answer the question. I got it.
Most underrated barbecue dish.
Baked beans.
I don't eat those.
Man, you don't eat nothing.
I do eat stuff. I don't eat those. And then sometimes people be putting like ground meat in them and stuff.
Do you eat potato salad?
I do. I love potato salad. I love potato salad. I love deviled eggs. I love macaronis and cheese. I do eat cabbage. I do eat cabbage. I actually started to eat broccoli. What else? I don't know. But yeah. Whiskey or brandy? Or neither?
Which one?
Whiskey or brandy?
Cognac.
Cognac. Okay. Last and final question. City life or country life?
Country. Oh Lord. I am so blessed, Mark. Like I said, so another story, when I would come to Texas as a kid, they would tell me I talk proper. But then when I would go back home, they tell me I would talk country. But I would give country life educated me on so much stuff, especially like one of the thing I always look at, like when I came one summer and I had lost a good friend, had got killed in some gang shit. And I couldn't believe when I was talking to my cousins, some of my friends out here back, that they never had a friend get killed. Never had a friend get killed in no gang shit back then. And that was like, and we doing something wrong in LA, and I remember like when I would like come down and be able to walk down the street at night, like we would walk in Corsicana all the way across town, like no problems, maybe a fight here and there, but like, and there was certain things the freedom I could do here that I couldn't do in LA. And like I said, even well before, I always fell in love with the country. My mother said they would bring us when I was real little, like 2 or 3, and she said your ass would be out there all day and never wanted to come in the house. You just like to open up the country. And I always prayed that I can move and live in the country, and I've been living here full time since 16.
Wow.
And I live in the country.
You know, so my Uncle Mac, he used to always say, like, for the reunions, it's like, okay, it's in East Texas one year, then it's in McKinney the next year, but it's nothing like when it's in East Texas, you know, to us, because we get to enjoy and sit back and, you know, while they host. But on the way there and while you're there, it's like so peaceful. It's like you just get a sense of peace. And then it's like you're on your way back home, on reality, but it's so relaxing. And
even
it's
the drive,
yes.
the drive from here to New Boston with my mom, and like I say, just watching her look out the window, knowing this lady hasn't been here since '59, you know, and watching her go back and how, you know, the memories and all that. And then as soon as we started getting in decab and all that, and all that stuff was coming back to her, and it was just like incredible to me, you know. And like I said, I want to get her back there again. You know, she's 79 now. I mean, she's still 100, but I just want to get her back there again, you know.
Yeah, and what a blessing to be here like that. It's a blessing. Thank you, Kevin.
Because I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna have y'all down for a Sunday dinner when I get back, and
yes, you know, I know football season you be turning up. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but you know.
Well, who's your team? We might fall out about that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I used to be, I still am, but a Giants fan because of Eli Manning. Okay. So, because that's one of my teams. I do. Why are you shaking your head? You already know that.
Oh, no, I mean.
No, not you. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, Kevin. I'm not talking to you. And I like the Eagles, but I really think I was feeling the Ravens this year. I don't know. I think I may be rolling with the Ravens next season and on.
Oh, so you're a bandwagoner. You a hip hop arrayer. You don't go through the agony and ecstasy like we do as I've been a Cowboy fan since I was 7. I'm pissed off, but
all that stress and stuff. All that stress.
It's horrible. It's horrible being a Cowboy. That's the only thing in my life that got so much control of my life that I can't even control.
I know you love them. I don't.
I cook for them every year.
Do you?
Every year I cook for the Cowboys. Every year, and when they come to Oxnard, and I want to cuss their asses out every year.
Cause you ain't got no damn team. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. My sister is a diehard Eagles. My brother is a diehard San Francisco. And my other brother, like and everybody else, are Cowboy fans, but I'm not though. You know, I
ain't gonna hold it again.
I think I'm the black sheep of the family. I don't know. It's okay. I've been different. Okay. But yeah, y'all don't forget to follow Kevin Bludso on all platforms. If you know, are looking for a catering service, y'all, and you got your bread, y'all hit this man. I cannot wait to try his macaroni and cheese. I can't wait. Oh my God. And those ribs. I love a dark rib. What would that be cooked to? I like them when I like the ribs that are close to the end and not the middle. And I like them like dark.
Like a mahogany rib. That's what I'm saying. I might throw an Easter dinner or something and invite y'all down or something. Or maybe before they come out. I'm going to let you know.
Okay, yeah, so I like those ribs that's towards the end, and I like them to be dark looking, and they do look a little red, they do. But those are the ones that I like. And then every time when I go to Sweet Georgia Brown, and I say, can I get the red? They give me those big fat ones towards the middle, and it just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. But thank you, Kevin. Thank you for this interview. Let me mind my manners at the end of this interview. Thank you guys for joining the live. If you were a returning subscriber, thank you. If you were new here, thank you as well. Hit the like button on your way out, please, and put me in the algorithm. Y'all put me in, coach. Yeah, y'all, thank you. I'm gonna play a little music before I leave. But Kevin, thank you. You don't know how much I really appreciate this. I'm trying to get my channel off the ground. I'm doing good. I'm doing better. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the great opportunity as well. I could never thank you enough.
Anything you need, and let's get with K9. Let's get a date and plan something for New Boston.
Oh yes. Don't forget, so we can all like be in the loop to know what's going on and what our role needs to be.
I got you, cuz. Much love.
All right, love you. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh. Listen, y'all. I feel honored for this interview, y'all. I could not thank him enough. I'm so thankful and grateful, y'all. Thank y'all for joining the live. Thank you guys for holding the chat down for your girl. Okay. Thank you for holding the chat down. Gemini, it was good to see you. And we were just speaking of you earlier that I needed to check on you. So I'm glad that you were actually in the chat, so I'll know that you are well, that you were well enough to come into the chat. I don't know, but yes, thank you, Gemini. I enjoyed seeing you over here in the chat, love. Thank you, y'all. And so listen, y'all, I did have to go because K9 was dropping like some gems on me, y'all, with some of this music that I did not know of, right? So I'm going to end this with, I think it's called Country Something like that. But y'all, I'm in love with like some of these songs that's been hidden from me. Oh, okay. But he was here last week. So yeah, my guest that's supposed to be here this weekend, we have to reschedule. She started school, y'all. And I kind of got my schedule mixed up too, so you can blame me for that. With when I penciled her in. Yeah, y'all, don't forget, follow Big J, Southern Soul. I didn't play his music tonight, but I normally do, but I do want to give him, give him that. He was in the chat. Yeah, go follow Big J Southern Soul, YouTube, on all his platforms. Google him, he'll come up. As well as Bludso, y'all. That was actually an interview that I could never, ever, like, I'm never going to forget that, y'all. And y'all were here to witness that, okay? Okay. We doing it, y'all. Thank you. Yeah.
Just me, no, man. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to Candyland. Ain't no land like Candyland, baby.
Snino, man.
And now, more.
Yeah, I'm country with it like trail riding. It's two-door on that cowhide. Teeth shine like sunshine. 40 cocked on my waistline. Country boy, but I don't smoke hay. Loud sweet in my ashtray. Treat every day like my last day.
Treat every day like my last day.
I'm country. AC on with the windows down. If you see me, no contenders round. Talk of the town, I shut them down. Moonshine and joints roll. If I'm in the game, then points go. House parties and drink pole. Pimp talk and Kango. I'm country.
Country talk, you see the country walk, you smell the country homie. It's cause I'm country homie. I'm country. talk, you see the country walk, you smell the country homie. It's cause I'm country homie. Country, so country. It's been a long time coming, but the country, yeah, we own now. Atlanta back to Houston, got them loving every song now. So put your boots on and hold your cup tight. We bout to hit the trail right, we gonna party all night. See, the club is overrated, the walls get in the way. They can't shut this hip down, them laws can't make us go away. And ain't no last call for drinks, cause I got something in the cooler. Tell the whole world what the country did to you. I'm country.
Screwed up, yeah. What it do, bruh? Shake it for me, baby, let me see what you're working with. Country women got that work, yeah, they be popping it. Trail ride girls, high G with some boots on. Mess around with a country girl, you ain't going home. She look good, she cook good. Shawty a beast, when she on that wood.
The king of the trail ride blues. Let's go, let's go. Set down my shine and let me start stomping. King of the trail ride, blues in your boots. Line dancing Sonical, no matter what you choose. Catch me in Texas or even in that booth. Sing up on horses while hogs on the loose. Let's go. I'm long like a dirt road, sweet like sugar cane. You just say country every time you scream my name.
You hear the country talk, you see the country walk. Smell the country homie, it's cause I'm country homie. I'm country, so country. You hear the country talk, you see the country walk. You smell the country homie, it's cause I'm country homie. I'm country, so country.
See, we them cook boys for sure, with a country pedigree. A dangerous combination, we gon' let the world see. We put in work and pay the dues, homie, this right here ain't free. This R&B came naturally, can't deny it's meant to be. We fell so deep in this game, but we some country boys, so we were born to play. Hey, country from my head to toe, you can tell I hit the lotto. You can tell I'm blocking haters. Slide these boots like a pill. It's my country talk, country walk, country swag. My package super heavy, got these girls chasing the bag. In East Texas, cook boy, yes I'm turning heads. In amongst the mud truck, pulling ducks, that's what I said. That's my lingo.
Country
on the dance floor,
country
by the pound,
country
by the queso. Can you tell by now I'm country?
Country talk, you see the country walk. Yeah, the country homie, it's cause I'm country homie. I'm country,
country. I'm so country, yeah, I'm so country.
And now, more feel-good music.
Whole lot of gang shit, whole lot of flawless shit. You already know what to do. Zoo gang, it's going down tonight, man. Got the crew with me. For that bag. Chopped it up my nigga Sarge the other day. Politicking about how these niggas do anything for that bag. Strip talk. These bitches ain't no better either. Nah. Especially in my city, TK. I've been through hell, nigga. Just by looking, you can't tell, nigga. Jail, nigga. Mama tired of making bail, nigga. I fell a victim to these streets, I got addicted to them. Call shots like a boss, I'm so Victor Newman. I politic with the gangsters, I'm like Louis Newton. I ride with the shooters, we the ones shooting. Clip hanging out, no curfew. Put it to your back, rat a tat like I burp you. Nigga, we'll serve you. Like a waitress, I'm starving, you ballin'. We trading places, spitting on this beat like it needs some blue laces. K9 in they mouth like braces. The coupe all white like I'm racing. Pull up the light top back, looking tasty. Look at what they made me do. Product of the zoo. I came up from nothing, then I pulled up the roof. I'm the motherfucking troll. Paul Pierce the clip on me, hold 34. And I ain't messing with this bitch, it's a horror show. I'm a goat, I ain't talking about my horoscope. Made a pack in one day off a bar of soap. Yes, I made ends out of no way. Now I got the juice like OJ. Sideways, miss me with that bullshit. Olay, vest on my chest, block shots like a goalie. For that bag, really ain't no rules. See niggas drop straight out of school.
For that bag,
ain't no excuse. Stay still on your ass and make moves.
For that bag,
Hold the plate of water on you. Get what they can get and shake.